All right. So, Stephen Pilolla Organ Trio.
That's right.
My name is MJ. I'm with Sacramento Artists Coalition. You are, what's your name?
I'm Stephen Pilolla.
Yeah, obviously.
Edward Blue, but you can just call me Blue.
Blue. Got it. So, Sacramento Artists Coalition, we started this. Pretty much this is our first event that we're doing, but what we really, not first event as a nonprofit, but the reason why we're here is that we really want to help unite original talent, not only for ourselves, but for the next generation, because it seems like original art, there's something going on where there's so many tribute bands, there's so many cover bands, there's so much maybe fear of being original. So my question to you is, why are you so brave to go, you know what, I'm going all in on original?
I can't stand playing normal music in a normal way. I have attempted to do it. I've been hired to do it. People will pay me any amount of money to do it, and I'll still get fired eventually. In fact, some of my best paid gigs I quit in a blaze of glory because I just couldn't stand to play country anymore, or something like that. It's usually anything that's by the numbers that I can't do. So I just can't really do anything else, honestly. It's not bravery, it's stupidity.
You don't have a choice.
Absolutely not. And if I did have a choice, I would choose to walk the straight and narrow, honestly. Yeah.
I would say for me, my greatest joy is to serve the music. So whenever I can get an original composition in my hands and someone takes that thought, that emotion, whatever the idea that they took to create that, I want to be able to find a dream within that theme, if you will. Yeah.
What if you were talking to, let's say, someone much younger than you, let's say 12, 15, I don't know, I'm assuming you're not that sad. So what would you tell a younger person who's contemplating, you know what, being original is just too dangerous? Like, what would you tell that next generation? Like, how would you tell them, what would you say?
I would say that you will not be successful being normal either.
Say less. I like it.
I would tell them that, like, if you should learn by the numbers and then do imaginary numbers. You know?
No, I don't know. Expand on this.
So you should take your time in learning different artists, learning different periods of time, and take a little section of whatever you like from that music and apply it to your own composition, and then from that birth a new quota. You know, make your own.
I like it.
Bounce off that, I would like to say he's so right, and some of the weirdest and most original music literally came about simply by combining two, like, disparate forms of art. Like, saying to yourself, I like this and that, let's just put them together and see what happens. So sometimes it's not that out of this world to say to yourself, I just want these two things to be together. And for me, it's like ridiculous, weird organ noise as well as like funky grooves.
Love it. All right, another question. So where do you see, I mean, so you have a great thing going here. So where do you see yourself with this project that you're currently in? What's the blue sky vision of what you would like this to land? Like, what would it look like?
Well, I guess since it is like me, we're talking about me as an artist, Stephen Pilolla. I don't want to be doing like this sort of thing at all, actually. I don't want to be doing like traditional music at all. I want to be doing something that's more of a mixed media. Like, offering just audio these days is it's just very limiting, you know? So like, I've been getting into visuals a lot and film itself, like the art of audio and visual together. And what a vast history that is. And really, like, the eventual history of Stephen Pilolla, I'd like it to be so varied that you can't sum me up as the organ player or something like that. And obviously I can do a set of jazz music, even though it does go off the rails all the time these days because I just have no boundaries as far as that goes. I still want to be pushing art itself forward, not just music. So I'm looking for something in like the audio-visual realm that'll be more than film, way more than music.
Interesting. Well, you play with Steven, so how does that feel? What do you think about that? Are you in this vision?
Whenever he calls me, I'm always in his vision. You know what I mean? And it's like even when he doesn't call me, I imagine what it would sound like to play with him, even when I'm on gigs with other people, because there's so many pianists that you get to play with, so many guitarists, and so you imagine different parts of the music where you would be allowed to take it and they would go with you. Some people just want to stay in the boundaries a little bit more and then just like get an aura of the outside instead of just go all the way outside the lines and just scribble a little bit and then come back in. Like we did that today, especially on Butterfly, our last song. We went all the way out, came all the way back in, and then ended it. I loved it every second. Nothing was planned. We didn't look at each other and say, oh, here. We just kind of went with it. And that's furthering the art. Obviously, the visual, if you could see us, you could see our faces. And the visuals we're giving each other. It was pure bliss. Yeah.
I was watching you guys. You had a great set.
I didn't actually call Ed for this gig. He told me that he wanted to play. And that is a great thing in a friend and in a cohort. Like the way I play these days, it's really quite hard to find people to play with, actually. Like, I will call people and they'll be like, oh, sorry, my grandma died. I can't play with you. So, like, the fact that Edward will volunteer and be like, do you want me on this is a huge thing, because he actually enjoys playing with me, and I can say for sure that he's one of the best, nicest people I've met since coming to this area.
All right, so if you could visit anywhere in the world or the planet or the universe, what would you like to find yourself?
God's workshop, wherever that is, wherever he's just dropping planets into the universe, at the edge of the universe, that's where I want to be. Right there on the forefront of creation, just see what's new. You know, what's popping.
That's pretty good.
I want to go to the astral plane or the back rooms. Either one will be fine with me. Somewhere that doesn't make sense. That's where I want to find myself.
Steven, Pilolla, Oregon Trio. Love you guys. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for being. We're gonna be in touch. We're gonna be putting these interviews out, and we want to work with you guys. So we're here to support. We want to form a coalition, a family that's where we just roll out for each other. That's what we want. See, that's what I'm talking about. Steven Pilolla. Love you guys. Thank you. Great set.